Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ramblin' Deano's Coffee and a Song. It's good to have you here on this fine Wednesday morning. It's sunny where I sit in West Allis, Wisconsin, but we've had a little chilly weather recently, so it got me thinking about the South. And so my backdrop today is the beautiful Texas Hill Country outside of Austin, Texas, where I lived for a few years with my sweetheart Joe. And I'm wearing my Lanyap Records t-shirt, which is a wonderful little record store in Lafayette, Louisiana, which is a area of the country that Joe and I hope to live in someday. I'm missing the sunny South, I guess, but it's actually supposed to kind of turn summer again on us here, so it won't be too bad. But I guess I'm missing the South for other reasons as well. But hey, I had my good friend in New Jersey, Steve, requested that I write a song called Yosemite in honor of Trump's kind of epic gaffe in his national parks speech the other day. If you don't know this story, he was reading a speech and about how wonderful the national park system is, and somehow has managed to get to this point in his life and not know how to pronounce Yosemite. And so, you know, I'm not going to write a song called Yosemite, but I just had to bring that up because it made me laugh so much. I mean, all of our presidents at one time or another have had gaffes or misspoken or said things that it's easy to make fun of. But Yosemite is a pretty classic one, and a little. Sometimes we have to have these little moments of levity where we just laugh at Trump because otherwise all we're doing is looking at the horror. But so my song today is not Yosemite. It's called Over and Done, and I must admit that this one I literally was making changes to the chorus and middle eight and chord structure and everything until 7:58, before I started this broadcast. I really didn't begin this song till about an hour ago. I did have a few. This was pulled out of a file where I had like 3 lines of lyrics and one little melody snippet in my head, and constructed very last minute. I have an excuse, though. It's not just my usual drinking excuse. I have a pal out in the D.C. area, a guy named Richard Byrne, who is taking a vacation from Facebook at the moment, so you probably won't see him here. But he has written a really interesting piece of musical theater about Davy Crockett's time in Washington, and he's asked me to write the melody and music basically for 21 songs, and this has been an ongoing project. I've been doing this for months, but last night I polished off melodies for 4 different of his songs, and by the time I got through that, I didn't have a whole lot of energy to write a new song for today's show. But I've been meaning to ask Richard, and I will, if he would mind if I perform some of those songs on my show, because at some point I'm going to need a break from this everyday grind of writing a song, and I think that sort of technically counts if I present you something that you haven't heard before. Maybe I don't have to have written it this actual day. But anyway, this is sort of a pop strummy sort of thing, strummy pop roots rock kind of thing that, if I were to compare it to anybody, maybe it's maybe it's like maybe it's more like Tom Petty kind of thing. Tom Petty, as great as he was as a songwriter, I do feel like sometimes his songs were so simple that they sounded like they could have been thrown together in the half hour that I threw this one together. But that's kind of a great thing, really. That's not a knock on Petty. It's like it's a challenge to write things that sound so simple and so memorable, and do it consistently in a way that appeals to people. So by no means am I comparing myself in any sort of favorable light to Tom Petty, but this sort of just reminded me of what I might imagine his songwriting process would look like sometimes. Over and done. Down south, my way down south, over and done on my way down south, my way down south. Today I am resigned to a fact that I am blind to the way the other half dies. I'm losing my mind, trying to read all the signs. You lost me, and I can't even try. Over and done on my way down south, my way down south. Over and done on my way down south, my way down south. Giving myself the okay to turn and walk away from a plot twist that I don't understand. I hung in there for ages, but as I turned the pages, you lost me, and now you've forced my hand. That's why I'm over and done on my way down south, my way down south. Over and done on my way down south, my way down south. And I've no idea exactly what's in front of me, and what's behind me seems like such a blur. No plans, maybe I could learn low harmony, a new language, or at least find the words. I'm over and done on my way down south, my way down south. Over and done on my way down south, my way down south. Yeah, I am over and done on my way down south, my way down south. Over and done on my way down south, my way down south. I'm on my way down south. I'm on my way down south. That's a hard chorus to sing, actually. There's very little room for breath in there, so I haven't really had a chance to train myself to sing that chorus, because I wrote this such a short time ago. But yeah, I mean that's just some simple pop music. What started out with some ideas about maybe writing a relationship sort of song that was really about having difficulty understanding how the other half of our country thinks. It just ended up being like a kind of kiss-off song. It just ended up being a purely relationship song about joyously sort of ending a relationship, which is a cool little subgenre. Anyway, that's today's song. Thank you so much, as always, for being here with me. And I'm going to try and get this thing shut down with my mouse that never wants to work. As always, stay healthy, stay sane, stay safe, stay home if you can. And I love you all, and I will see you right back here tomorrow with another new song. Bye-bye.